says new construction is better until they see the taxes, the HOA, the tiny yard, and the commute. On the flip side, everyone says resale is smarter until they walk into the 1980s kitchen and start mentally swiping their credit card for every single surface. Today, we're breaking down new construction versus resale in Southern California so you don't fall in love with a model home that is completely wrong for your life. Stay with me because by the end of the video, you'll know which path actually fits your budget, timeline, and nervous system. Hey there, I'm Rebecca and you're watching Living in Southern California. I'm a SoCal realtor and licensed professional clinical counselor. So yes, my whole thing is helping you make real estate decisions that make sense for your bank account and your mental health. If you're thinking about buying in Southern California in the next 1 to 12 months, especially anywhere in the Orange County, the Inland Empire, or Los Angeles County, hit that subscribe button because I've got a whole library of videos on roadmaps, mistakes to avoid, and where you should actually live. All right, let's get into it. Here's what we're going to walk through in this video. What new construction actually means in Southern California versus what people think it means. What resale looks like here, both the good and the we need to talk about this. The pros and cons of each, specifically for SoCal. Money, how the numbers, upgrades, HOAs, and taxes really play out. The type of buyer who usually does best with new construction versus the type who thrives with resale. A simple decision framework so you can walk away knowing which path fits you better right now. And at the end, I'll tell you how we can sit down one-on-one and run this exact comparison with your real numbers. When I say new construction, I'm talking about builder communities in places like Irvine, Corona, Eastville, Menifee, Murrieta, Ontario, Moreno Valley, Riverside, Lancaster, and beyond. Brand new homes in master planned neighborhoods. Sometimes quick movement inventory homes, sometimes dirt lots where you pick the lot, the plan, and the finishes. It is not just, oh, the house was built in the last 5 years in an existing neighborhood. We're talking builder-controlled communities, model homes, sales offices, phases, HOA, amenities, a couple of things people assume about new construction that are not fully true. It's always cheaper or the same price as resale. Not necessarily. The builder will give me so many incentives, it's a no-brainer. Sometimes yes, sometimes not really. It's basically maintenance free forever. Well, it's low maintenance at first, but it's still a house. Things will still eventually age. We'll unpack all of that. What resale really means. Resale is any existing home that's already been lived in. In Southern California, that could mean a 1960s or 1970s house in an established neighborhood, a 1990s or 2000s tract in places like Corona, Riverside, Santa Clarita, etc., a 10 to 15-year-old home in a master planned community, or an older condo or townhome in a central area. Resale often comes with more established neighborhoods, mature trees, bigger yards in many areas, known commute patterns and school reputations, and yes, sometimes outdated finishes, older systems, or creative DIY choices from previous owners. So it's not old and bad versus new and perfect. It's two very different packages. Let's dive into the pros of new construction. Starting with the good things about new construction. Pro number one, you have modern layouts and design, and it's built for open concept living with new constructions. You have big, great rooms, larger primary suites, walk-in closets, downstairs bedrooms, and lofts oftentimes. If you walk into a 1980s or older home and feel like, why are there 3 walls cutting this kitchen in half? You're going to love new construction layouts. New construction is especially nice if you work from home and need a true office. You have kids and want sight lines from kitchen to living area. You like that everything feels cohesive and new, that vibe. Pro number 2, lower immediate maintenance, especially in those first several years. Typically you have a new roof, your systems are typically brand new, including your AC, your furnace, your water heater. Your appliances are all brand new. Windows and insulation are up to current standards. You're less likely to be hit with a surprise $50,000 roof bill. Or oops, the 25-year-old AC died in August. Ooh. Can things still go wrong? Absolutely. But new construction generally has fewer big ticket surprises at the start. Pro number 3, warranty. Builders often include structural warranties, system and workmanship warranties. Of course, the exact coverage depends on the builder. So that means if something major fails early, you're not automatically paying for everything out of pocket. It's not a magical shield, but it's way more than you get with the typical resale. Pro number 4, incentives. Well, sometimes. Depending on the market and the phase, builders may offer closing cost credits, rate buydowns through their preferred lender, design center incentives, upgrades included on certain homes. This can make the numbers feel very attractive compared to competing on a resale where you're paying top dollar plus repairs plus upgrades later. Keyword can, it's not guaranteed. It depends on the moment. Pro number 5, community amenities. Most SoCal new construction is in a master plan community, which can include pools, spas, clubhouses, parks, playgrounds, walking trails, sometimes dog parks, sports courts, and events. If you want that resort-style community feel, new construction is often where you find it. Okay, let's start talking about the cons as well. The things that people only notice once they're already moved in. Con number 1, location trade-offs. A lot of new construction in Southern California is further inland, further from job centers, or on the edges of where the city is expanding. You might be trading more house and a shiny new build for longer commutes, more freeway time, being further from family, community, or being further from the beach. Sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. Con number 2, HOAs, Mello-Roos, and special assessments. This is a big one. Newer communities often come with higher HOAs for all those amenities. Mello-Roos are special tax assessments that significantly raise your property tax bill. So that affordable base price might turn into a much higher monthly payment once you add principal and interest. Property tax with Mello-Roos, HOAs, insurance. This is where I see a lot of buyers get surprised. Con number 3, lot size and privacy. In many new communities, lots are smaller. Homes are closer together. Backyards might be cute courtyard than big yard. If your dream is a huge yard, space for a pool and a trampoline and a dog and a garden, you want to be very intentional about which new construction community you choose, or you may be better off with the resale. Con number 4, construction zone living. In an active build phase, you're living with trucks, noise, dust, early morning activity, streets that change as faces open up. If you're sensitive to noise or you pictured peace and quiet from day one, that can be a lot. Con number 5, upgrades add up fast. The model home you fell in love with, that is the builder's Instagram filter. Base price usually does not include all the flooring you see, counters, backsplash, built-ins, landscaping, some electrical or lighting upgrades. If you're not careful, you can spend tens of thousands in upgrades without even realizing how quickly it's adding up. Let's talk pros of resale. Why it's still powerful here. Pro number 1, location, location, location. Resale homes are often in more central or established parts of a city. They're closer to job centers, closer to freeways that actually work for your commute, closer to existing shopping, schools, and community resources. You're not waiting years for a master plan to fully build out. The neighborhood is what it is. For a lot of my clients, the location is the main reason they choose resale over new. Pro number 2, larger lots and established neighborhoods. In many older neighborhoods, you see bigger yards, more space between houses, mature trees, streets that feel less copy-paste. If you want space for a pool, a real yard for pets and kids, or just not having your neighbor's window 2 feet from yours, resale can be very attractive. Pro number 3, no, or sometimes lower, Mello-Roos. So it's a different tax picture. Not every resale is Mello-Roos free, but many older neighborhoods don't have those extra special assessments. Even if the price is similar to new construction, your monthly payment can feel more comfortable because the tax and HOA structure is different. This is why I always say, don't just look at the price, look at the full monthly payment. Pro number 4, negotiation and opportunity. In certain markets and certain resale homes, you may have more room to negotiate price or repairs. You may get seller credits. You may have leverage if the home has been sitting. You don't usually get to bargain as much with a big national builder who is selling the same plan to 10 other people. Pro number 5, character and charm. Resale often means different architecture, unique details, homes that don't all look exactly the same. If you love original wood details, arched doorways, quirky layouts you can improve over time. Resale will give you more personality than many new construction tracts. Okay, let's talk cons of resale, the real talk. Con number one, maintenance and age of older home. So you have older roof, plumbing, electrical, windows, HVAC. You are taking on more unknowns, even with inspections. You want a budget for ongoing maintenance, upgrades over time, and a reserve for the surprise, the water heater died. Con number two, outdated layouts and design. You might be dealing with choppy floor plans, tiny closets, small bathrooms, dated kitchens. Can you fix it? Yeah. Do you want to live through renovation on your first home in Southern California? That's the real question. Con number three, more competition in hot areas. In the most desirable resale neighborhoods, you may face multiple offers, bidding wars, tight timelines. So while builders sometimes have inventory, a really well-located resale home can still be very competitive. All right, let's talk about how to compare new versus resale in real life. Let's talk in dollars in a simple, real way. When my clients are stuck between new construction and resale, we don't just compare prices. We compare monthly life. We look at purchase price, down payment, interest rate, property tax, including Mello-Roos and assessments, HOAs, insurance, estimated utilities and maintenance. And then we ask, which monthly payment can we live with without constantly feeling squeezed? Because a shiny new home with a payment that makes you anxious every month is not actually a better deal. Likewise, a deal resale home that needs $80,000 of work over the next 5 years may not be the one you think it is. The math and your stress level have to be looked at together. So, who is a good fit for new construction? In my experience, new construction tends to work best for you if you value low maintenance and move-in ready more than character. You don't want to renovate, and you want to move in and live. You like the idea of amenities and a planned community that includes parks, pools, trails, clubhouses. This excites you. You can handle the location and commute trade-offs. You're either hybrid, remote, or mentally prepared for that drive. You're okay with HOAs and possibly higher taxes. You're not allergic to the HOAs. You understand Mello-Roos and are comfortable with the full payments. You want predictable systems and warranties in the first years. You'd rather pay a bit more upfront for peace of mind around big ticket items. So if that sounds like you, new construction might be your lane, especially in parts of Corona, Riverside County, and Orange County where there are strong communities being built. So who is a good fit for resale? So resale often fits better if location is your non-negotiable. You need to be close to work, family, community, or the coast. You care about where more than about brand new everything. You want a bigger lot or more privacy? Backyard is huge for you. You'd rather have space than a sparkling brand new kitchen. You're open to cosmetic updates over time, and you can live with older finishes for a bit and upgrade as budget allows. You're wary of high HOAs and Mello-Roos, and you'd rather put that money towards renovations or savings. You love character and uniqueness. You want your home to feel like yours, not one of 20 models that all look the same. So if that sounds like you, we're probably going to spend more time in established neighborhoods and resale homes. So let's talk about the decision framework I mentioned at the start. If you're still torn, here it is. Ask yourself this question first. If I had to choose, would I rather have a newer, lower maintenance home a bit further out, or an older, higher maintenance home in a better location for my daily life? Again, there is no wrong answer, there's just your honest answer. Second question, how much tolerance do I have for projects in the next 3 to 5 years? If the answer is none, Rebecca, I'm tired, new construction might feel better for you. If the answer is, I don't mind updating things slowly, resale opens more doors. Third question to look at, when I look at the full monthly payment for each option, mortgage, taxes, HOA, utilities, which one makes my shoulders drop a little? Your body will usually tell you which payment feels safer even before your brain finishes the spreadsheet. Question 4. Which home will support my life for the next 5 to 7 years, not just the first 6 months? Do you see yourself starting a family, working from home, wanting a yard, pets, space, or wanting to be closer to nightlife, restaurants, the coast? The more honest you are with these answers, the clearer this decision gets. So let me tell you more about how I help my clients with this in real life. When I work with buyers who are stuck between new construction and resale in Southern California, we usually do 3 things. We run 2 real-life scenarios. 1 new construction community you're actually interested in versus 1 or 2 resale neighborhoods. We plug in the actual numbers. We physically go and walk both. We walk model homes and drive the community as well. And we walk resale neighborhoods and see how they feel. You'll be surprised how quickly one starts to feel more like you. We pick a path and a timeline. Sometimes we say, okay, this is a new construction plan, let's time it. Sometimes, resale is better, let's start watching for the right house. And sometimes, we're not quite ready, here's what to work on for the next 6 to 12 months until we are ready. The goal is never to shove you into one box. It's to build a plan that matches your life. So, is new construction better or is resale better in Southern California? The truth is, neither one wins by default. New construction wins when you value new systems, amenities, and low maintenance, and you're okay with the location, HOAs, and taxes. Resale wins when you value location, lot size, and character, and you're ready to take on a little more maintenance and updating. If you're looking at homes in Southern California and your brain is spinning between those 2 options, you don't have to figure it out alone. We can sit down, look at actual communities and neighborhoods that fit your budget, run the numbers side by side, and then pick the path that actually supports your next season of life. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days, 90 days, 9 months, book a strategy session with me so we can get started on planning your real estate journey. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one.